Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Liquid Snute and Kelazhur on Dusk Towers. Alright, so in the bottom of Dusk Towers we have the red Zerg player representing Team Liquid. It is Snute. And in the top of Dusk Towers we have the blue Terran player representing Root Gaming. It's Kelazhur. This is from DreamHack. It is a high-level TVZ. I hope you enjoyed. I hope your Terran fans have been really happy with the amount of Terran recently. Just the amount of tournaments in Legacy of the Void played recently have allowed me to dig into those replay packs to find games with long, excellent games with both Terran and Protoss. A lot of Zerg as well, obviously, on my channel. And I hope everybody has enjoyed how this has worked out thus far. So, again, this is from DreamHack. This is the highest level of play available in StarCraft 2. I am really excited to bring you this game, and I hope you're excited as well. Kelazhur throwing out the shout out to Dusty Senpai. I don't know who that is, but I'm sure he's a fantastic fellow. And Kelazhur going for the command center first here against the Zerg player. Hatchery first coming down at the bottom as well for Snute. As well as an extractor. He's not going a 3-hatch before pool, nothing like that, but is instead going for the extractor, waiting for that 200 minerals available, and boop, there comes the spawning pool as well, and a barracks coming up for Kelazhur. So, command center first here, not likely to be punished, especially because it's so safe back here. On other maps where that command center is kind of out in the open, like if he was forced to come here and there's a huge ramp you couldn't hold, 4 lings coming out at just the right time could delay that command center, could actually hurt it, and possibly even force a cancel. But the way it's kind of back here in this snug little corner just means that Kelazhur really has no reason not to go command center first against Zerg, I'd have to say, and he's really taking advantage of it. So Snute is getting that Vespene gas, wants to have enough gas available to throw down a metabolic boost. As soon as that spawning pool finishes, the SCV scouting across here, a couple overlords coming across at the same time. Not really worried about a drone scout here is Snute, but that's a-okay. SCV pushing down for its life, using the little booster rockets in its backpack to get there. As Mom packed those booster rockets, sent SCV out here with love, saying, "Be so careful, son, going to visit the swarm today." Then the SCV said, "Okay, Mom, I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself. I'm just going to be scouting anyway. No big deal. Oh, look, there is a hatchery down here. Oh, no, Zerglings, run for your life." SCV running so fast, running at a move speed of 3.94. But guess what? The Lings are running at a move speed of 4.13. Oh, and they choose to spare the SCV's life. Oh, SCV's mother will be so darn thankful to these Zerglings for choosing to not kill her baby. Alright, anyway, is that a third command center? Third command center coming up for Kelazhur. It is rallying to those minerals. I think he wants to lift off and land down here eventually. Perhaps does not feel quite safe enough to do so yet. But a reactor coming up here as well as a factory, so it's a 1-1-1 build with that command center thrown in. Some Marines here for defense, but no Reaper expand here at all for Kelazhur, which is a little bit surprising. Most people playing against Zerg will do that. Snute with the inject. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Queen Whisperer doing his job today. Another inject as well. Look at that perfect inject. I love perfect injects. Overlord spread looking pretty good, I'd say, for Snute. Checking out all those possible medevac drops. Left side and right side and middle side. And here come those Lings I was talking about. They are fast Lings. They're going to try to deny a third base, but there's nothing to deny unless Kelazhur lifts off this as soon as it finishes and tries to land it like in the next 4 seconds. And I don't know that he is. Again, based on this rally point, it does land. Oh no, he's turning it into an orbital command instead. The Lings have nothing to kill. It's basically a 2-base opener here by Kelazhur as far as Liquid Snute knows. Some Hellions are on the way, so it's not a Reaper expand, but it is going to be Hellion Harass, which is so important. You really got to take down some of that drone count, at least force Lings to come out as the Terran player, or else the Zerg player will overwhelm you and kick you in the face. So gotta be careful with that one. Here come the Hellions, only 2 of them though. And I think this number of Lings and these Queens blocking this ramp should be enough to get rid of these guys. Do they have any brothers coming as well? Yes, whoa! A lot of Hellions on the way, surprisingly. I wonder if these 2 will wait for their buddies or not. Roach Warren on the way, Lair. On the way for Snute here about the 4-minute mark. Standard play, and indeed, they're going to burn down, nope, forcing a cancel on the creep tumors actually. It's choosing to put the creep tumors over here instead, a little bit more safe of a location, but it still spreads the creep out here. So excellent choice there by Snute as well. And here, 2 pair of Hellions, 2 pair of Hellions, 2 pair of Hellions, 6 total. And then the factory pushes on up and gets out of the way to allow, the reactor to host the starport. Birding down an egg here. The Queens are going to chase them away as well as these roaches. that are popping right now out of eggs somewhere. Somewhere. Are they here? Roaches, roach babies. Roach babies, are you here? Yes, they are. They're popping out of those eggs. Oh, they're so darling. Orbital command coming down here, finally landing about a minute after I thought it was going to, but 6 Hellions against this many roaches and this many queens. Probably not a good spot, I would say, for Kelazhur to be in. Overlord scouts exactly the timing on that third base. 3 bases for Terran, can pretty much constantly send a stream of Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, and Widow Mines across the map. So we'll have to see if Liquid Snute can do something about this. Roaches are finally pushing the Hellions away. They are faster than the roaches. Ooh, unless they're not careful, there's no reason for them not to die. But now, finally, using their little motors to boost on home. Do they have to fill up for gas, do you think? Do you think they have to, like, stop at the petrol station or the gas station and be like, fill her up, I need unleaded. Gotta go out and kill the swarm. Another Hellion gets lost. Yes, another Hellion goes down. A little bit careless here by Kelazhur. Careless Kelazhur. Throwing up the Great Wall of Supply Depots is Kelazhur right now. Infestation Pet just about to finish for Snute. +1 attack and Carapace on the way, as well as Glial Reconstitution. What's he doing with that Infestation Pit? Is the question. Infestors. Alright, so it's Infestors. It's not going to be a quick lair or a quick hive, but instead Infestor play. So a Roach Infestor opening a sub 5 or sub 7 minute Infestor. We'll have to see what Liquid Snute decides to do about this. How it works out for him, I'm very excited to see that. Roaches do get another Hellion. Woo! So how many Hellions have died? 3 Hellions have died, and Overlord has died, but that's it. Both players being pretty careful with their units thus far. A full drop of Marines and Marauders on 2 Medevacs. Swinging on down. Will this Changeling spot it? I don't know if it did or not, but this Overlord will definitely see it. I'm not sure if it's enough time to respond, but it will see it for sure. Ravagers are available here. Ravagers do pretty good against Marines and Marauders. Here it comes, boosting right on into this main base. Oh, there are Infestors here as well, and Marines. Not Marines, and Zerglings and Queens, and they do chase back the units again. Kelazhur chooses to land here at the 4th base. Unloads. And then pushes onto the creep, possibly scanning to get rid of some creep tumors. And indeed, there's the scan. Creep tumors are getting exploded. Ravagers and Roaches want to kill this group. The Infestors want to use some fungal to catch units. A dodge and a corrosive bile. A fungal bile takes down 1. Oh, 1 and almost 2 of the Medevacs. Another fungal comes up. Is there enough for a corrosive bile? No, it dodges. Not in time. Wow, Kelazhur dodged a huge bullet there. Coming up along this left side, you're going to try to harass this hatchery as well. Can he get in there? Can he get in there? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Creep spread continuing to push across the map here for Snute. Looking fairly good. He lost these ones, which hurts. But you know what? He's going to try to make up for it by spreading along this top side as well. The Terran player making tanks, Marauders, Marines, Combat Shield, +1 attack as well. Mules being thrown down. 2 bunkers on the high ground. Really, really worried about Snute coming up this ramp. And a 4th command center being built. It will probably be landed, I want to say here. Terrans usually like to take this one. 3 Medevacs now coming along this side do get botted by the Overlord, and the army, is it responding? Is trying to respond to this group as well as come back home to respond to this group as well. So Snute splitting his forces appropriately in the face of these double-pronged attacks, and the Lings and the Queens are here once again, and Kelazhur being forced to back on out. Does catch a Ravager out in the open, explodes the Ravager, a Marine dies, kind of gets pushed along the way. Fungals available? No Infestors in that group. They're pretty much back here with this group of Ravagers and Roaches. Concussive Shell on the way for Kelazhur, as well as +2/+2. Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, all the standard stuff that Terran players need to be happy, as well as double factory. Interesting. What's he doing with these double facts? Probably tanks? Probably going to be tanks. And there's that hive I was wondering about from Liquid Snute on the way, as well as +2 pathogen glands finally being researched. Not usually the timing you'd expect on that, but whatever. +2/+2 on the Roaches and the Ravagers, and taking another base. Here is Snute. Woo! Feeling aggressive, Snute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases to the 4 though of Kelazhur. Kelazhur is no slouch himself. He's keeping up economically. The income right now even higher than the Zerg player, mostly because of mules. 70 harvesters each, but the mules definitely boosting up that income a little bit more. Although the gas income looks like it's better for Snute, so that could definitely come into play in the long run. Scanning forward, pushing forward with Marines and a couple Hellbats, as well as a few Marauders. Just killing some creep. I don't think this is a serious push from Kelazhur, but the Infestors are ready, man. They want... Here comes an attack from the top side and the bottom side. It's a sandwich here. Corrosive Bile being thrown down. Fungals on top of everything. Tanks absolutely getting massacred as well. The Medivacs trying to heal what they can, but this was a massive, massive surprise attack there from Liquid Snute. Absolutely massacring the Terran army. Corrosive Bile is being thrown down as a farewell gesture. 20 roaches on the way. +3/+3. Chitinous plating on the way as well. He's just getting ultras without any attack upgrades at all. I haven't seen him get melee attacks, but maybe he has. What are these Marines doing? Dying is what they're doing. I mean, they're kind of hanging out and scouting, I guess. But, yep. Here comes Snute pushing forward. Corrosive Bile again, taking out yet another tank. Going to try to push up this ramp. The bunkers were salvaged. Oh no, the bunkers are not available. That's not good. More Corrosive Bile being thrown up, forcing the units back. Medivacs are getting killed at the same time. The Infestor's trying to throw down fungals on stuff. Not much energy left on that Infestor, though. And on the front lines, the Infestor does fall there. An attack from the backside by Kelazhur cleans up a lot of these roaches and those Ravagers. And Snute takes the sneak attack from the back and is forced to retreat in the face of the furious challenge by Kelazhur. +2/+2 Marines and Marauders. +3/+3 is now on the way. Why is he getting chitinous plating? I don't see any. Are there any ultras on the field here? No. Alright, I guess they're just going to be tanks. Either way, another roach falls to the Marine Marauder push. A queen as well is here. She's going to die. No, Transfuse keeps her alive. Oh, Snute cares for his queens. He does care indeed. There are the ultras. Ultras are now popping out, but again, no attack upgrades at all. No melee attack has been researched. So the ultras won't hit super hard, but they'll be really hard to kill, which again makes them perfect tanks, I guess. So Snute's going to try to make this work. Kelazhur sending some groups of units down on in their Medivacs to do another attack on the main base while pushing up the front, as well with his cost-effective Marines and Marauders. +3 attack just about to finish. More tanks on the way. Tank count right now for Kelazhur is 2, 3, and 4. And a 5th in production. It tries to come on through. Is there anything here? I don't know. I guess there were some Infestors. A small group of Roaches and Ravagers throwing down that Corrosive Bile on everything, killing a couple units. More Queens coming from the bottom side and an Ultralisk pushing in as well. This Overlord pooping creep for no reason over here. I'm not sure what it is, but these units are getting chased on home. The Ultras especially with 7 armor pushing on in, soon to be 8. Very, very difficult to kill, even for +3 Marines and Marauders. The throwing on in once again are these Medivacs. Almost dead. Almost dead. 7 hit points there, landing on this base that is actually mining, doing a pretty good spread there as well. Here comes the Ultra, trundling on in, sniping down Marauders, taking damage for what it's worth. Fungal missing the Medivacs. Corrosive Bile being thrown down, missing again, actually hitting his own Ultra. Unfortunately for Snute and pushing up the middle, Kelazhur knows when his enemy is distracted. Gonna try to drop on here again. Are there any Infestors? Corrosive Bile is being thrown down and actually killing 2 Medivacs there. Another Fungal catching everybody in the land. Roaches cleaning everybody up. More Corrosive Bile being thrown on down and killing the Medivac as well. But these Marines and Marauders come stimming forward. They take out the Patry in about 2.5 seconds, getting rid of the Spine Crawlers as well. Ultras respond a little bit too late. Replanting his hatchery is Snute. And expanding again. Snute, a full maxed out army, 59 Harvesters available. He doesn't care. He has a big bank. He's smashing down everything that he can, looking like a fairly unstoppable force here. But we'll have to see if Kelazhur has anything up his sleeve. He's getting Marauders. Again, that +3 infantry armor just about to finish is so very, very useful indeed for our Terran player. And finally, this Overlord gets shooed away. Whew! Alright, so Snute, with his 0 attack Kaiser Blade Ultralisks, gonna push on up. I think he's gonna try to kill this base. The Infestors are a pretty big part of this army. Ravagers as well. They're gonna take down this command center before it even finishes getting built. Defender mode circles are here though. Corrosive Bile is being thrown on down on top of everything. But backing on out is Liquid Snute. He doesn't want to deal with defender mode and +3/+3 Marauders. Marauder count looking fairly heavy there. Look at that. Catching an Infestor as well. Another Infestor, so slow. Fungal. But she is killed in the long run. So many bases. So much creep spread for Snute. Kelazhur, I feel like, even though he has another base here, even though he has 69 Harvesters, a lot of upgrades and Liberators, I just feel like Snute's in a good position here. Queens on the front lines, not where they want to be. Creep tumors being destroyed as well. Scanned forward. Defender modes being thrown down on the Liberators, making a very, very strong push here is Kelazhur. Spire on the way, as well as Adrenal Glands, 4 Lings, and that +1 attack. So Snute feels like maybe he needs some Lings after all. And he may be correct. These Marauders, woo-wee, they do 13 damage versus armor, 2 attacks, 26. Weapon speed of 1.07. With the stim, it's even faster. Creep spread still here because of this single creep tumor very sneakily sitting underneath this Marauder. Yep, not anymore. But picking on up, Ultras trundling from the right side, coming from the top side as well are these Ravagers. Fungals on nearly everything. Corrosive Biles being thrown down on those tank groups. Still darn alive, but more and more Fungals. The Ultras need to get on the front lines. They're kind of trapped behind the Queens. Not exactly what you want to see if you're Snute. That armies get pushed away as well. What a mistake there by Snute. Oh no. Marauders feeling emboldened, pushed right on in, killing more and more of these creep tumors. Kelazhur sitting on the front door, and then deciding to back on out, feeling like he did enough damage. Tanks doing all right. They're doing their jobs. 8 kills on that. He's a corporal. This guy's a recruit. Taking yet another base is Kelazhur, representing Brazil very well, I would have to say. More defender mode circles right on top of that ramp, just making sure nobody comes to try to save these bases that Kelazhur is going after. However, there is an alternate path that is being taken here as well, and the Ultras, I don't know, are they just going to let this die? The hatchery does end up falling, and Ultra tries to roll on down once again. Tries to kill what it can. Another fungal on all of these units, just ripping through Marauders. More Ultras coming from the backside on top of the tanks as well, crushing them down. All the tanks are dead. More tanks are coming to support, but nope. After seeing everybody that's dead, it's a little bit of a scary proposition to get right on in there. +2 melee attack on the way. Now these Ultras are +1. 38 damage per Kaiser Blade swipe. But I don't think Snute's been able to actually kill a base thus far, which seems like a problem as Zerg. You can't let Terran just expand and get as many bases as he wants, because the cost of effectiveness kind of snowballs at that point. What is the Spire making? Is it making Corruptors? Nothing yet. Nothing yet from that Spire. Another big attack here. The Ultras forcing liftoffs on those command centers, and that's it. That's a little pushback. Some Ravagers morphing in. Will be there in time, and a fungal on those Liberators. Almost a fungal bile. Taking care of them. They're trying to take out this Overseer, not quite able to do so. More Corrosive Biles being thrown on down. A Ravager ends up falling. No, I'm not sure if this is what Kelazhur wants to do, and he decides to back up the ramp here. The Ultras in the front are being destroyed, but they're tanking a lot of this damage. More Corrosive Biles being thrown down, almost getting a tank for their trouble. But again, Snute just can't kill any of these bases. Kelazhur is everywhere he needs to be. And it's just pretty much big army versus big army to this point. Some Liberators flying around, trying to find places they can harass, trying to find Overlords they can kill. Ling's on the way. That +2 attack still being researched by Liquid Snute. Takes forever. Cannot be Chrono Boost either. Liberators, are they going to throw up defender mode circles in places? It looks like they might be. This hatchery just about to finish. Ravagers throwing down Corrosive Biles. No, dodging just in time is Kelazhur. Here comes a big Ling attack, though. They want to kill something. Defender mode circles are here and available. Fungals and Corrosive Biles, getting rid of every one of those Liberators, except for one who's very happy with himself. The Lings try to roll on in, but that is a planetary fortress, and those are SCVs that are repairing. So, never mind. Finally, the Liberator does get killed. 51 workers available for Snute, and the bank's a lot smaller than it used to be. Lings are smashing down. They have the Adrenal Glands upgrade, also +1 attack here. They should eventually get through these rocks. They attack fairly quickly indeed. Is that yes, they did get the Adrenal Glands upgrade, +40% on their attack speed. Ultras come in and say, let us come through. And the Zerglings say, we did all the work. What the heck, man? Lifting off immediately. A big army comes over, gets spotted. Kelazhur, unfortunately, gets completely scouted by Snute. But can he get back in time to save this? I don't know. He's running as fast as he possibly can, getting back onto the creep with that additional speed boost. Medevacs desperately trying to kill Medevacs, and that's enough to make Kelazhur back on out. But it's another army moving north here for Kelazhur. He's taking that south part path again, taking some pretty big hits from... Ooh, one of the Medevacs does end up falling, and Kelazhur pushing right on in, wants to kill this base. 17 SCVs are here. The army needs to defend. Is it going to be enough? No! Stimmed down and exploded. Yes, one more volley takes it down there. A pickup and a runoff fungal on all these units, though. Some of them try to escape, but a lot of them just absolutely getting massacred as well. And infested Terrans come on in, try to burn some stuff down. There's another drop back here that Lings are trying to take care of. The Lings are pretty darn strong. Their Medevacs, or Marauders, are getting healed from above, though, and that's enough. Kelazhur backs out, recognizing, no way, Jose, I'm going to take this base down. There are some juicy drones I can kill at this place. And indeed, that is what he does. Lings try to roll in again, but it's not nearly enough of an engagement to actually win that one. The Ultras come in, though, and they know what to do with their +2 attack, forcing a liftoff for Kelazhur once again and heading on back home. So Kelazhur continuing to make Marines, Marauders getting +2 vehicle weapons, getting more starports, more medevacs, Liberators as well. Another drop down here from Kelazhur. He does not know when to quit. Losing a few units, but being very cost-effective as well. A Fungal could cast these medevacs. No, the Infestor doesn't quite want to do that. Although it could at this point. Look at Infestors. No. No. Alright, so Snute for some reason has no intent to actually take down these medevacs, which is surprising. +3 attack on the way for those melee units, including Lings and Ultras. Planetary Fortress, is that building armor? Yeah, structure armor, and upgrades the armor of structures by 2. Huh. Alright, I guess that makes the Planetary Fortresses that much harder to kill, which is kind of a big deal for Kelazhur. Is this going to be PF as well? It is. The Lings could get in there and kill it, but they only have a couple seconds to do it. And they're running around scouting for additional bases, trying to kill more and more debris, trying to prevent Kelazhur from hiding bases, I think, is what Snute's trying to do. He feels like he can't break the Terran player. So Snute is going to try to make this work to where he kind of starves the Terran player out. But I'm just not sure if that's going to work. Snute only has 50 drones at this point. Resources lost tab shows 20,000 minerals, 9,000 gas lost for Snute. Kelazhur with 21,000 minerals, almost 22, and 7,000 gas lost as well. So pretty even thus far, I'd have to say. Income tab again through the roof for Kelazhur. Almost 3,000 minerals compared to 1,500 for Snute. A small group of roaches is here throwing down corrosive biles and do force a cancel on one of the planetary fortresses, but there are 2 here. Okay, 1, soon to be 2. And again, Snute just kind of prancing around. He's getting Vipers. He's getting a Greater Spire, perhaps, for those Broodlords, which would be very, very good indeed. Another drop coming for Kelazhur. He really wants to kill something here. I don't know what he's particularly going for. He pretty much took this one down. A lot of the workers down here as well. However, this is the hive, and it still stands. Getting this Greater Spire would be nice as well. Another drop back here gets cleaned up fairly well at the same time. Roaches, Ravagers, just making sure nobody comes onto the high ground to harass. A small group of Marines and Marauders force a cancel at this gold base, getting the Overlord as well. Kelazhur, man, he is just everywhere. How many hatcheries has he killed this far? 3. 3 hatcheries have fallen to the Terran. Coming back again, he wants to kill this one. Doesn't even care about the workers. Stimming on in, taking down yet another hatch. That's 4. The Ultras come right on in, but the pickup and the evacuation for Kelazhur once again running for his life. These units hanging out, just saying, oh, hey, Overlords, what's up? Not much. Say the Overlords, we're just spooping creep, no big deal. 194 to 191 total supply. Again, the income through the roof for Kelazhur. He's getting whatever he wants, getting personnel cloaking for his ghosts, getting high-sec auto-tracking for his planetary fortresses and his missile turrets. Because why not? He has the money to do it. He's maxed out. Might as well get whatever upgrades he needs to help him win this game against this Zerg player. Hatchery getting thrown down again. Snute is nothing if not persistent. I will absolutely give him that. Actually double expanding. Where on earth? Ah, he's replacing this one as well, which is something you probably want to do. Drop once again, moving on down. If the Vipers see it, yep, Parasitic Bomb on these medevacs is enough to kill 2 of them. Oh my goodness, 3 and 4 medevacs die. 2 Parasitic Bomb. A small group of units try to land and take down this hatch all by themselves without medevac support. They're going to try to do it, but no way. Jose, these Lings, these Ultras are here for them. +3 now. 44 damage on the Kaiser Blade. And Snute, I think he might need to switch it up. I don't know. I mean, I like what he's doing. I like, obviously, the inclusion of the Vipers. They proved invaluable there. Total number of medevacs that have died thus far is 22 in the game. Lings come rolling on in. Ultras as well. Ravagers trying to kill stuff. The orbital command is going to burn to death, and I don't know, might get saved. Might get saved, might not. And it does. SCV comes on down to fix it. Root. Kelazhur does not want to lose that. This base is just about to pop, though, and this one's up and running again. So Snute recovering fairly well from these attacks. Battle cruisers on the way. Battle cruisers for Kelazhur. Oh, you're just trying to make my subscribers happy, aren't you? Man, every time there's battle cruisers in a game, people like faint from delight, especially in a pro level game with Kelazhur versus Snute. Holy smokes. People are going to have like chest paddles or V-tab or defibrillators or something in order to recover from the shock. Anyway, Kelazhur going battle cruisers. Is he going to win, though? Usually battle cruisers not a great idea. However, not much here can really shoot up, except the corruptors that just showed up as I was starting that sentence. 8 corruptors available. Should be enough, maybe, to deal with this. Some corrosive bile being thrown on down to kill a refinery. Killing some SCVs as well while they're up there. Ultras power through and kill a planetary fortress there. All these SCVs dying as well. Kelazhur losing quite a bit. Another Ultra comes rolling on down, taken out a planetary by his lonesome. Another attack up here does get fungled and infested Terrans here. Everybody on the ground dies. Medevacs dying as well. What is this Ling drop in the main base? Cracklings being thrown down everywhere. These Ultras finally get cleaned up, and they do. Ghosts taking them down. But look at this. Lings are trying to go after barracks. They do get a barracks. Battle cruisers trying to burn them down. They do pretty well, I have to say. Battle cruisers, even with just +1 attack, Lings can't really shoot up, so they can't defend themselves very well. Snute managing to keep this hatchery alive with his fungal defense there. Exactly what he needed. Ravagers coming on in. They're trying to get rid of, what, this command center? This one as well. Yep, Ravagers are here to make sure that doesn't happen. Taking down this sensor tower, leaving Kelazhur a little bit more blind than he was. Throwing down yet another command center. Kelazhur says, when you're losing, go ahead and throw down command centers. Creep spread looking very, very strong here as well. Finally getting cleared out by Kelazhur. Flyer attacks on the way. Neural Parasite. Neural Parasite. I have not seen this used ever on my channel. I have 500 videos. Never seen it. Big attack here coming up. Ultras rolling on in on top of these tanks. Corrosive bile is being thrown down on the tanks as well. Will any of them survive? Ghosts throwing down their steady aiming ability there. Big fungal on top of a lot of units. They're just chain fungling these ghosts. Parasitic bomb being thrown down as well. Another fungal keeping the ghosts around. A battle cruiser does end up falling. All these units very, very low on health. More reinforcements pushing on up here from Kelazhur. Ultra count right now is at 2. Oh, using the abduct ability, yanking in this battle cruiser. The queens are trying to kill it. They kill 1, they kill 2. And the BCs trying to do what they can, but it's just not enough. It is not enough right now. Getting weapon refit. What on earth? Battlecruiser Yamato Cannon enabled here at the fusion core with this ability. Alright. So battlecruiser count looking good at 4. +2 +2. Nope, +2 +2 +1 here. Terran ship plating only at +1 thus far. Trying to reestablish is Kelazhur, trying to set this down. What is this? Liquid Snute poked that for some reason. I'm not sure what was going on. That is A-okay. And there's the land. Oh, here come an Ultra drop inside the main base, just trying to kill supply depots. The Ghost Academy is a good target, and indeed it is. Kelazhur, you know what he says? Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it, Ultras. I'm not going to send any units to defend here. Lings and Ultras rolling on in. Some Ghosts getting smashed in the face by Ultras, though. Not good. Even being healed from above. Not quite able to do it. Trying to use the steady shot ability, steady targeting, doing 170 damage versus armored. But no, the Ultras still crushing stuff up here as well. Reinforcing Marines and Marauders finally showing up here enough, I think, to kill the Ultras. And they know it's time to go when the battle cruisers arrive, and they do. They get out of there. The battle cruisers use their tactical warp ability and tactical jump. Looks like they darn well might have. Darn it, I missed that. Gotta pay more attention. Alright, Ultras are here running for their lives. Another attack while everybody is distracted as well. Yamato Cannon taking out a couple of those queens. Ultras just smashing down on top of everybody here. Stimming back once again is Kelazhur. I really don't know who's going to win this game at this point. It's 182 to 119 total supply. Snute is pushing on in, looking very, very strong indeed. Trying to use Neural Parasite there to control the battlecruisers temporarily. Doesn't really work out in the end. Corrosive Bile on top of BCs, because why not? As well, the queens transfusing each other. They do have +3 attack. Finally taking down yet another battlecruiser, and the second one falls as well. Kelazhur down to 91 total supply. Lings and Ultras killing stuff everywhere. These two guys are still alive somehow, picking up and lifting off on the high ground. Trying to use whatever advantage he can is Kelazhur. And the Ultras just crushing through, killing everything, ignoring the army mostly. Going after buildings, going after command centers. Orbital commands are falling as well. These bases are still alive, though, for Kelazhur. What is going on? Marines just getting destroyed. 198 to 83 total supply. Snute in complete control of this game. A small group of Marines and Marauders trying to do what they can to kill these Ultras. Not quite able to pull it off there. Indeed, the Queens trying to stab these guys in the face, being transfused to stay alive. Lings and Ultras take down another planetary fortress. They're going after barracks, after the production structures of Kelazhur. Barracks are falling here, trying to come on in, but there's just too many Ultras, too many Queens, too many Ravagers. And Kelazhur at this point is just left with a small group, and that's it. A good game, well played by Kelazhur. Kelazhur is defeated. Snute is victorious, and Kelazhur has left the game. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A really great DBZ from both Kelazhur and from Snute. X-Coin has left the game. That's kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, Kelazhur, his drops were just epic. He snuck guys into this sneaky protected base more than once. He dropped over here. He killed a ton of drones. Look at this. 27 drones died in the game. He was able to get bases here, 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 here. He killed so many hatcheries. Again, units lost tab. 4 hatcheries died. But in the end, Snute was just able, he replanted hatcheries when he needed to. He had all the gas that was necessary, got the upgrades, switched over to Ultras, got +3 attack on those Ultras as well, because why not? And just made things happen, made things work in the end, kept the pressure up, sent Lings in to destroy stuff, did Ultra drops as well, using Neural Parasite on battle cruisers, Parasitic Bomb on medevacs, and in the end, Liquid Snute pulled it off. So well played to him, well played to Kelazhur. I hope you enjoyed this game today. I really enjoyed casting it. I hope it brings as much joy to you as it does to me, because this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. Go ahead and visit my store. There's a link in the description. You can get Falcon Paladin shirts and StarCraft 2 stuff and pretty good stuff indeed to show your love for this game. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching, and you take care of yourself.